Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation with a powerful and intriguing topic. Today, we'll explore the 7 silent ways to make people regret losing you. We'll delve into how understanding the psychology of quiet transformation and emotional sovereignty can help you navigate relationships and shift perceptions without saying a word. Over the next few slides, I'll share practical insights and strategies that can make a real difference. So let's get started and discover how to create that lasting impact, silently but effectively. Let's explore the power of silence and absence. There's a profound truth that many people only realize too late. You don't always need to speak to make someone understand your worth. Sometimes, words can fall flat, and it's the actions, specifically silence, that carry the most weight. The deepest regret people feel isn't usually because of confrontation or conflict. Instead, it's often because of absence, change, and finding peace within themselves. When you stop demanding closure and instead become the closure yourself, others begin to see what they've lost. Silence here becomes a form of power, an unspoken message that resonates stronger than words. In this slide, I want to share 7 silent strategies, ways you can make people regret losing you, not through revenge, but through undeniable growth. These strategies highlight that sometimes, the most impactful thing you can do is simply be present in your growth and peace. Let's talk about the idea of staying silent but evolving loudly. The greatest form of revenge isn't about anger or confrontation, it's about evolution. When you choose to withdraw and focus on reinventing yourself, emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually, you're actually demonstrating a powerful truth. I was always the value in the connection. Psychology calls this the contrast effect. Essentially, people only notice what they've lost or what's missing once they see something better elsewhere. Your transformation acts like a mirror, reflecting their mistake, not by seeking attention or posting for validation, but simply by improving your reality. The key here is to upgrade quietly. Reappear as a person embodying peace, success, and a little bit of mystery. And let your progress serve as their wake-up call. It's a subtle but effective way to show growth and strength without saying a word. Let's talk about the power of detaching with grace, rather than anger. When we react with anger, it often signals that we still care deeply about the situation or the person. But true strength lies in showing grace, outgrowing the need for the conversation altogether. A silent exit can be incredibly impactful because it triggers what's called cognitive dissonance. People expect you to react with a fight or a confrontation, but instead, you remain calm and composed. That sends a clear message. You no longer have emotional access to this situation or person. This unexpected calm can create discomfort for the other party, which often leads to feelings of regret. And here's the key. When you say goodbye peacefully, it resonates more powerfully than any heated argument ever could. It leaves a lasting impression of strength and self-respect, reinforcing the overall theme of maintaining dignity in difficult moments. All right, let's talk about becoming unreachable. When someone takes your presence for granted, sometimes the best move is to remove yourself from their immediate reach. Distance has a powerful effect because it activates the scarcity principle. What we don't have easy access to suddenly feels more valuable. Your silence in these moments sends a very clear message. Once, they had direct access to your heart, but now, they'd be lucky just to reach your shadow. It's not about being childish or petty, it's about choosing peace over chaos. When you stop constantly responding or engaging, your energy becomes a scarce resource. And surprisingly, that's when others start recognizing its true worth. So, in the context of the overall theme, this approach reminds us that sometimes, creating space and being less available can actually strengthen our boundaries and our self-respect. It's a strategic move that highlights your value and encourages healthier interactions. Let's talk about the idea that time really does speak the truth. It's through time that we start to see a person's true character. It reveals who they really are beneath the surface. And it also exposes the choices they make, whether they're genuine, caring, or perhaps self-centered. Over time, we get to see who truly cared about us, not just in words, but through actions. At first, when someone leaves or we're apart, it might feel like relief, Like finally, you're free of the pain or the drama. But that relief doesn't stay. It turns into curiosity, wondering what might have been, what was real. And then curiosity can shift into concern, worrying about their well-being, about what was lost. And eventually, concern can lead to regret, regret for the time lost, for the things left unsaid. And here's the realization I want you to hold on to. Your presence in someone's life is a gift, something special and meaningful. But it's not a guarantee. You can't force someone to see your worth or to appreciate what you bring. Healing and moving on from that realization, that's probably the most difficult, most brutal form of closure there is. It's about understanding that sometimes the best you can do is accept that your worth was a gift, and now you have to let go, knowing that your growth and peace come from moving forward. All right, let's talk about leveling up emotionally rather than publicly. It's tempting to want to prove ourselves, to show others how much we've grown. But the truth is, when we focus on proving, we're still seeking validation, still trying to make them see our worth. The real power lies in an internal glow-up. Think about emotional control and inner stability. That's where true growth happens. When you can stay calm and centered, even when others are chaotic or trying to pull you into drama, that's a sign of real strength. And here's the key. When people hear about your growth from others, not directly from you, it hits differently. It's more meaningful, more impactful. It's like your transformation is validated by the world witnessing it, rather than you having to constantly showcase it yourself. That sense of others observing your evolution from a distance, that's the ultimate psychological win. It's a quiet, powerful form of success that speaks volumes beyond words. 6. Allow karma to balance the scales. You don't need to be the judge in life's situations. Life itself handles the accounting. Choosing peace instead of revenge is powerful because it encourages self-reflection, not just in you, but in the other person as well. When someone hurts a good person, eventually they face the truth. They realize they've lost someone who would have loved them the longest. Your silence, in those moments, plants the seed. And karma, in its own time, waters that seed, allowing it to grow into a lesson or a realization. So, by letting go and trusting that justice will be served, you're freeing yourself from the burden of needing to control the outcome. It's about understanding that sometimes the best thing you can do is stay peaceful, knowing that everything will balance out in the end. All right, let's talk about moving forward without looking back. Sometimes, the loudest sign that you're truly done is progress itself. It's that feeling of moving ahead, even when it's uncomfortable or uncertain. Keep walking toward a future that no longer includes those past negative influences or people who held you back. People often feel the heaviest guilt when they realize that they're actually happier without them. That's a powerful moment, when you've rebuilt your peace, your sense of self, without needing external validation to rise. Because here's the core truth. When you truly heal, regret tends to follow the runner-up, while peace naturally follows the winner. It's about focus. Your focus on your growth, your happiness, and your future. Moving forward means embracing that peace and knowing that you don't need anyone's approval to thrive. Final thought. You are not here to convince anyone to choose you. Your energy is a privilege, not a default. You are the rare one. So move in silence. Heal in silence. Win in silence. And let the echo of your absence do what words never could. They lost you, and that's their lesson. You found peace, and that's your victory. Remember, it's about standing firm in your truth and not needing external validation. Sometimes, the greatest strength is in quietly moving forward and letting your actions speak for themselves. That's how you truly leave a lasting impact.